So, what up, YouTube? Back with another tarot reading. On this side is the logic side. On this side is the emotional side. This side is fortune telling cards, represents what you're thinking. This side is spirit animals, represents how you're feeling, what energy you're in. So, boards directly on either side of my head represent the present. Boards next to them represent the veil, and boards at the end represent what you would see if you were on the other side of the veil. Okay, let's begin. So first and foremost, I'll tell you right here, right now, I shuffle the cards 3 times. I utter the mantra Lord Ganesha, so that we can remove all barriers and obstacles. And then we go ahead and we tune in to each other. I ask you kindly on your side, in order to help better tune in to me, as far as the thing that you can do on your side to uphold your half, is you could hit the like, share, subscribe. And if you choose to, you could leave a comment. That way you have done your part as far as what you could do in the 3D world. It's simple. It's a button push. Here in a second, I'll be bringing the singing bowl. That way we can better tune into each other. But first, I'll shuffle the cards. I know these get read this way, this way, this way. So I shuffle them that way. These over here, they get read right side up. So I shuffle them that way 3 times. All right. Ready? Let's begin. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. So I might be making a decision too fast about something. Now you're emotional. Your emotional is very explosive. We'll see what that's about. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Your emotional is very explosive. I've never felt that from us. So let's see what's going on in your mind. So the first thing is, what you can see, what you know is, okay, turn on the light. The one who cares for you is anxious for a letter. So, I did a reading earlier where there was a mention about a letter. Okay? Now this says the one who cares for you is anxious for a letter. So that means either either you already wrote a letter and the person who received it is anxious to receive another. To that I say, didn't they get the first chance? Right. But nonetheless, we'll see what else comes out. Where it says that they're anxious for a letter. So now, what could be is that you could have written somebody and they may have responded to you and you just haven't caught up with how they responded to you. And they're anxious for a reply. So, could be that too. Could be that you wrote a letter, they responded, you never picked up on it, and they think that you're avoiding them. Hmm. That would make for a very curious situation, wouldn't it? Yeah. Either way, and that's what I get so far. Now, as far as what you don't see or you do see but you can't see through, we have this one. I don't know why I was going to get down there and read it. I don't know why. I know I need a light. A woman will soon invite you to her home, will bring you good luck. So a woman, man, you know, whatever. Energy is fluid. A woman will soon invite you to her home, will bring you good luck. Now, just because we say a woman will soon invite you to your home, or a man will soon invite you to their home, don't necessarily mean hanky-panky, right? Woman or man could represent friend, woman or man could represent roommate, or woman or man could represent roommates and family, okay? But it says will bring you good luck, so should be that this would be a, let's go for this, right? It should be that this would be a good thing, right? So, but it might be that you see that, and this might be what you're hung up on. We'll find out. Okay, this is the veil says what you don't see through. Now, as far as what you would see, if you could see through the veil, you would see, don't give so much advice, causes hard feelings. This came up like, I think like literally the last reading. The second one that I pulled. So see, I feel that this woman that's going to invite, or man, this person that's going to invite you to their home, I feel like they're anxious for a letter. Okay, so they're anxious for a reach out or a reply, number one. But this says don't give so much advice, it causes bad or hard feelings. Hard feelings? Hard feelings. So, I would say that if you're going to write a letter, okay, I would say don't include so much advice, especially if this is a response letter that you're writing after a long period of time. Okay, and then don't be so advicey just because you think it makes you sound smart, right? Because it's just gonna make you sound like a smart ass, right? I would almost really stop it there, but I'm gonna keep this thing going. Because we don't know where you're at emotionally. Maybe there's some more to it, but maybe. We'll see. As for your present, your current situation, you feel Wolf. This came out in the previous reading. loyalty, intelligence, leadership, instinctiveness, independence, sociability, lustfulness, physicality, self-reliance, and mistrust. So the big thing I had pointed out about the wolf the last time it came out was the fact that it has, sorry y'all, was the fact that it has mistrust on it. But with you in your current, I think that you're feeling the lone wolf. Like I said, that's what always comes out to me when I see this card. But loyalty, intelligence, leadership, instinctiveness, independence, and sociability, lustfulness, physicality, and self-reliance, mistrust. So, but you feeling, if you take the mistrust out of there, I'm seeing you're feeling all these qualities right now in your present. Now the veil, or the thing that you can't see through, is, and I know this card because I pulled it earlier, dog. So they were in a row then too, and I've shuffled. Oh goodness, thank you, Spirit. Guardianship, protection, compassion, loyalty, faithfulness, caution, stubbornness, sincerity, bravery, and diligence. So you take it as it applies, okay? Either this is you, and this is who you want to be, or this is you, and this is who you want to be. Or you could be in my case, and this is you, and this is who you were, okay? And you doing your best to wake up every day and be this as much as possible. Yeah, 100%. I dig that. This is what we're gonna go with. Your past and who you became, and you're allowing who you became to get in your way because you're not afraid of your past, because I'm not afraid of mine. And I'm not proud of my past, but it's not about that. It is I used to say that there was a time that I used to just run towards evil, okay? I was homeless. It's not, it sounds like an excuse, but I don't know how to tell you it's not, okay? But, okay? What the excuse would be is that the crime got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? But I was introduced to it by being homeless. And so I know that capacity exists in me, and I know that I was taught at a young age and learned I had to. But I don't ever want to be this person again, because this person hurts people, and I'm not just talking physically. This person, the lone wolf, he don't give a damn, period, in the story. But this guy does. Okay? This is who I've changed myself into. And I worry at times that I might fall back into this, or that I might appear to fall back into this, if that makes sense. And I'm always on the lookout for all the little warning signs that I might be slipping back. This is who I like being. This guy right here, right? And so I can tell you from my own understanding that sometimes I can get in my way, because I've devoted myself to changing so much that I just won't let anything get in the way of it, and it's really hard not to change and not to be devoted, but it's really hard to deal with situations where you have a certain strength or a certain skill set that allows you to have the upper hand, and then not take it because you realize that would be manipulative. Do you understand? I really hope you don't, but if you do, it's like that. And so if you could see through really focusing on being this trustworthy, loyal dog, which, okay, all right, you would see. I don't know why I'm down here like I'm gonna be able to read it. So, well, it's the spider. I can see that. Spider says, reevaluation, mystery, growth, empowerment, responsibility, patience, progression, accomplishment, and complexity. So the way I read this card in this past is that, so like, just like me, right? Even my YouTube channel, I have multiple facets to my YouTube channel. I always will. I'm devoted to the tarot thing. It's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing. It's what I'm here for. But I will always have explanatory videos, and the content, the stuff about my past is going to be there. That way you guys know who I am, you know. But this talks a lot to me about the fact that, you see, the spider has 8 limbs, right? And the spider, it has a web that has, well, it has more than 8 strands, okay? The spider has its fingers into everything, you feel me? And so, what I point out to you, well, this is the first time I'm going to grab all 3 from the other side. So, what I point out to you, you came from being this wolf, okay? And you turned yourself into the dog. That way you could be loyal, and that way you could be humble, and that way you could be a person that people want to be around, okay? And you view your situation as you have to be this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, and that you can't be both. This card right here is clearly saying is that you're beautiful, baby, okay? You are now multifaceted. Because now let's imagine a loyal wolf. That's you. Okay? You are multifaceted. Okay? Now, what I want to point out about the spider is that, like I say, the spider has a stranded web. It has multiple strands, right? It's got more strands than it has legs. multifaceted. But the biggest thing is that once the spider lays this web, the spider has to sit there and wait and be patient. Okay? If the spider builds the web and does all the little fancy stuff, and then just says, huh, well, it's been 2 seconds and I've had this web up. It's taken me longer than 2 seconds to build this web, and here we are. I still ain't got no food. I guess I just need to go somewhere else and build another web in a different way and see if I catch some food. He's going to be less successful, even though, in theory, as this progressed, this spider would learn how to build better and better and better webs as a result of building more webs. He'd still be less successful, okay, than the spider who builds his web as he instinctively knows how to, okay, sits there and waits. She sits there and waits. Do you understand? Yeah.